What are countable and uncountable nouns? In this video, I'm going to show you everything you need to know to understand the difference between countable and uncountable nouns. Coming up. Hey friends, Teacher Prix here to help you talk to anyone, anywhere, anytime in English. First of all, thanks for joining me on another video. I always appreciate you coming back here. But if it's your first time here, hey, welcome! I hope you can join this community of English learners. Every week I post different kinds of videos to help you become a more confident English speaker. Now, countable and uncountable nouns always confuse students. There are so many posts and videos out there. However, it is important to know this subject, okay? That's why I'm going to be making 4 videos to talk to you about countable and uncountable nouns. Oh, and if you want more exclusive tips and lessons and videos and podcasts, I have an email list where every week I send these materials, these exclusive materials, only to this list, okay? So all you gotta do is register. The link is in the descriptions. To start talking about countable and uncountable nouns, first, you need to understand nouns. What is a noun, okay? And this is something very important. You need to be able to recognize the noun in a phrase, and after that, understand if it's countable or uncountable. Basically, a noun is a word that can describe a place, an object, a person, a thing, an animal, okay? So this is the kind of word that we refer to as noun. So when I am talking about countable or uncountable nouns, that's the word I am talking about, okay? Nouns. Got it? Great. Now let's focus on countable nouns. Countable nouns are actually the easiest ones because basically what does that mean? It means you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Countable. You can count. It's very obvious that you can count those objects. Another important thing, countable nouns can be used in the plural form. House, singular. Houses, plural. So these words can and should be used in the plural if you need to do so, okay? Something very important with countable words, okay? If they are in the singular form, only one, you have to use the articles a and an. I want a car. I would like to buy a house. Can I have an egg, please? In this case, many students forget to use the articles a and an before countable nouns that are in the singular. In the plural, you cannot, okay? Now, let's focus on uncountable nouns. What are uncountable nouns? And by the way, if you're enjoying this video, how about hitting the like button? Uncountable nouns. Uncount is the opposite of count. So it means that it's not possible for me to count 1, 2, 3. The quantity is not so obvious, and usually with these words, you will need other words to help you count. It's not that it's not impossible, but you will need the assistance, the help of other words to help you count these uncountable nouns. For example, water. Water is something that I can't just count. Water, the liquid water. However, I can use other words that will help me quantify water. For example, a glass. Okay, if you see here on the video, a glass is something that I can count. A glass of water. I don't know exactly how much water is inside that glass, but I know that I can have 1, a glass of water, 2 glasses of water, 3 glasses of water, and so on. Now you may be thinking, but teacher, I can count water 200 millimeters, 1 liter, 300 millimeters. It's possible. No, this is a different kind of measurement, okay? And as I told you, with uncountable nouns, you can't count these words, but you can use accessories, words that will help you. And liter, millimeter are words that can help you quantify water, but water itself is uncountable. Another word that many students usually confuse, information. Maybe in your language, information is something that you can use in the plural, that you can count. But in English, the word information is uncountable. You cannot count information, but you can use other words that will help you count information. That's the secret to use countable and uncountable nouns. If you're having problem with uncountable nouns, maybe you need to learn words that will help you quantify these uncountable nouns that you want. So for example, some information, a little information. You don't know exactly how much, but here these words, they help give an idea. A piece. If I say a piece, usually we think of a piece of cake, a piece of pie, but in this case, a piece of information, one piece of information, okay? So it would be a way for you to count information. Advice. Advice is something that I give to you, a recommendation, a piece of advice. I cannot say a advice and advice. It's not possible. I can say a piece of advice, some advice. And remember, uncountable nouns are never in the plural form. They are always in the singular form. And because they are uncountable, you cannot use a and n, the articles a and n. Never. But a piece of advice is all right. A piece of advice, 2 pieces of advice, 3 pieces of advice would be fine. No problems. It's more common to say, can I have a piece of advice? Than saying that in the plural, 2 pieces of advice. Or even some advice would be much more common than saying a piece of advice. Okay? Good. Now that you know the difference between countable and uncountable nouns, what is important for you to really understand uncountable nouns and not feel confused or lost that you don't know how to use them? Now that you understand, and maybe you already understand the difference between countable and uncountable nouns, you need different words to help you count uncountable nouns. I'm going to share with you a list of measure words. What's this? Measure words are words that we can use as a complement to the uncountable nouns. Okay? These words are very useful because they help you quantify uncountable nouns. For example, a bag of flour, a bag of rice, 2 bags of flour, 2 bags of rice, a bowl of cereal. I can't count cereal. I can count a box of cereal. A bowl of cereal, a carton of juice, a carton of milk, okay? A grain of rice, a grain of sand, a bottle of juice, a bottle of water. And there are more. In the next videos, I will be talking more about measure words. I will be talking about some, any, and other kinds of complements that are very important when we are talking about countable and uncountable nouns. Remember, this is the first video. Other than that, leave me your comments and suggestions to what you would like to see next about countable and uncountable nouns here in the comments because I'm still preparing the videos, okay? Thank you so much, friends, and I'll see you next time. Bye!